they don't have the power and the agency to be able to tell the court, this is what my husband has been doing to me, because they are very codependent.
MetzMusic.
From our opening, they say that like people want to express their opinion, it doesn't show support to victims, but like I don't think that they get the definition of virtue signaling, that like you're not a victim speaking out about your situation. That is just called speaking out. That is called telling your story. That is not virtue signaling. Okay, so on CO, we believe that like we would rather have people be mad superficially than people who are apathetic. For you to virtue signal, you need to know at least something about the issue. They will care about the truth. Because the way that a person virtue signals is you do it for your own benefit. You do it for your audience who you want to see you as a good person. So if you don't research, your purposes might not be fulfilled. You don't lift yourself up, because if you are wrong, people are going to be telling you are wrong. People are going to be commenting and basically bashing you that you are wrong. And that's not going to make you look like a good person in their eyes. And the main reason why you're doing this is because you want to look like a good person. You want to demonstrate that you have good character. You want to validate yourself. So there is an active incentive for you to research and at least know at least a little bit about what you're talking about. General voter base as well an understanding about what these groups want. Just as parties for workers want better workers' rights, they can frame themselves as protecting human rights that are not as public, because of course the liberal boom now that can also make liberals understand that, oh, these people are being oppressed. And just as they were fighting for feminism, just as they were fighting for the Black Lives Matter movement, having these people understand that this is a problem facing these people on a daily can also help them gain more votes that are not necessarily from their own people. Even if we don't win, we show critical mass by encouraging IPs to vote for their rights. And this is an indirect engagement to OO. If you encourage them to vote for other politicians, if you encourage them to vote, other politicians would pander to IPs as a united front that would compete compete against the votes they're not getting. So of course, when they get elected, they think, I want to be re-elected next time. So now I'm going to be pushing for the united front of the IPs who will vote for me because I am paying attention to them. And this is not really someone's fault. You don't have to investigate someone to know that you're having problems in the family and you know that you can't solve it. So because of these, because if you still have fault for divorce, then it leads you to look for a reason all the time of why you need to divorce this person. You're gonna nitpick your partner because the only way you can declare divorce is when someone has been hurt, when someone has been abused, when someone has been cheated on, and like the entire relationship has like crumbled to dust. You don't have to suffer in your problems, and that's what no-fault divorce is for. This is also worse for the person being hurt, being abused, because they still need to prove fault, and you still need doctors to corroborate the physical abuse. You still need private investigators to see if they have cheated. Of course, they're not gonna cheat in front of you. You're not gonna be able to fully see the extent of the hurt that they have caused you. You cannot fully prove to the court. And now you're looking for a reason for example, you fell out of love. You're now gonna look for a reason to declare your spouse somehow guilty for the breakdown of your situation when it's really no one's fault. The person who gets the promotion is not the person who is the most qualified. It's not the person who does the best in the team. It's the person that the boss likes. It's the person that, I don't know, follows the boss around like a little dog. It's not who can perform this task well. It's who am I willing to sit at this leadership table with? Who is this person that I want to talk to? Who is this person that I feel like is going to be loyal to me? It's not going to be based on the merit. It's not going to be based on the work that is going to be done by that group. And that's why there's a lot of bosses who are very incompetent at their jobs. There are a lot of bosses who were favored by the higher ups, but once they get to that leadership position, they just basically throw everything to the people under them because they don't know how to do their job well. They don't know how to lead. They don't have the capabilities to be able to do the job that was given of them. OG said a while ago that it's not going to degrade life on Earth. It will degrade life on Earth because it's taking a significant amount of our resources. Innovation doesn't matter at the point you run out of resources to make new innovations. You can't build more, newer, better phones when you run out of microchips to build them. You can't make new cars when you run out of metal to build them. At a certain point, you're going to run out of resources to even make the innovations that you want. Okay. And this is even like worsening the future generation. If you build this sphere, you're gonna basically siphon off how much percent of the Earth's resources, the entire Earth's resources, meaning that in the long run, you're gonna actually have less on Earth. Even if you are going to have that unlimited energy, how are you gonna harness that unlimited energy when you don't even have the resources left to give that energy to the people? They're already gonna have less researchers. You're gonna have less people who are able to work on the sphere. The research for this requires a cooperation, but of course this is going to be spearheaded by the developed countries. For example, US and China. Countries are going to send these resources, but we cannot assure that the distribution of this unlimited power will be equal. You're going to need maintenance, but it's unlikely that these smaller countries are going to be the main people working on this. AKA, they're going to have less resources. They're going to be funneling the power from the bigger countries, which is going to limit their access. They wouldn't have the infrastructure to get unlimited power from this sphere directly because they're not the ones in power.